Welcome to the video explanation of Programming Like 1. In this video, we will discuss about control statement in C++ programming language. We should be note that a program is not limited to only sequential instruction, but a program also allows for branching, recurrence, and decision-making problems. To overcome this requirement, C++ provides control structure using block of instruction for overcome branching, recurrence, and decision-making problems. Block of instruction is a set of instructions that delimit by semicolon and group in one block that delimit by curly brackets. In the next discussion, we will discuss the conditional control structure in more detail. Control statement can make a program more flexible. The conditional statement is a selection of statements or program lines that will be executed when a defined condition is met and not executed if the condition is not met. In C++, there are two types of conditional statement. First is the if structure, and the second is switch structure. First, we will discuss about the conditional structure if-else. Conditional structure if-else used to execute a block of instruction if the conditions are met. Conditions that must be met can be formed from expression with logical operators and relational operators. The several are logical operator and relational operators that can be used to declare a condition expression. We have discussed about this operator in the previous video. The example of logical operator are AND, OR, and NOT. These operators declare using the symbol on the left side of the table. Moreover, the example of relational operators can declare that two variables are equal to, greater or equal to, more than, less than or equal to, less than, and not equal to. So, if we want to declare the relation between two variables, we can use relational operator. We need to remember that if-else structure can be defined as needed. The implementation of if structure in a program from the simplest one to the most complex can be divided into four types. The four types of if structure implementation in a program are one condition structure, two condition structure, three condition or more structure, and nested if structure. First, I will explain about one condition structure. The general form of this structure is if, condition, and then a statement. The condition is an expression that is evaluated, and if the condition is true, the statement will be executed, but if the condition is false, the statement will be ignored and the program will execute the next instruction. The right side is a sample program using one condition structure. In this program, the input is an integer that is stored in number variable, and then it will continue to control statement. If the number greater than 0, then the program print a sentence, a number is positive. If not, then the statement is not executed and the program is finished. One condition structure can also be used to execute multiple statements at once in a block of instruction using curly brace. In this sample program, first, user needs to insert a number. If the number is more than 0 and less than 10, the program will print the value of number greater than 0 and less than 10. Next, the program will ask the user to input a letter. If the letter matches with the letter in if condition that are A, I, U, E, O in uppercase and lowercase letters, Then the program will print a sentence a letter was successfully recognized, and it will also print that the input letter is one of the vowels. Next, we will discuss about two condition structures. The concept of the condition structure is to add a special statement that is used to solve the case when the defined conditions are not met using the else keyword. The general form of two condition structure is if condition, and then if the condition is met, it will execute the statement in the block of instruction. But if the conditions are not met or the value is wrong, then the statements in the block of instruction after the else keyword will be executed. You can see a sample program using two condition structure on the right side. The user will insert a number into b variable, and then if b is more than 10, the value of b will be added into total, and if b is not more than 10, it means that b is less than or equal to 10, then the value of total will be reduced by the value of b, and then the value of total will be displayed as output. The third structure is three or more condition structure. We can use the else if keyword to add more condition. The general form of this structure is if condition 1, then the block of instruction when condition 1 are met. To add another condition, we use else if condition 2, then the block of instruction in curly brace. If there are other conditions that we want to add, we just need to add else if clause. Then finally we add the else clause and block of instruction that will be executed if all the conditions specified above are not met. The sample program of three or more condition structure can you see on the right side. In this program, the user will insert a number into the score variable. Then, if the score is more than or equal to 85, we set the index into A. Moreover, if the score is more than or equal to 70, we set the index into B. And it shall continue until the else clause. If the score is less than 40, then we get the index value is E. And then the program will display the index value of the score entered by the user. It should be noted that in designing condition control, we should use number line so that it is easier to know the true region of each condition. Suppose that we have condition as shown on the left side. If these conditions are drawn on number lines, each condition will be like the picture on the right side. The first condition will be checked first before the others. If the first condition is true, then the other conditions are not checked by the compiler. But if the first condition is false, then the second condition is checked by compiler. If the second condition is true, then the following condition will be skipped. But if the second condition is false, then the third condition will be checked, and so on until the fourth condition. It happened because the control statement is still in one block, so we will check the condition one by one. The last structure is nested if structure. Nested if structure is the most complex if structure because it is an extension and combination of various if structures. The general form of nested if structure can be seen in the left side. The concept of this structure is there is if structure inside the other if structure. It means that in the nested if structure, if the outermost or topmost condition is true, then the if condition inside it will be checked. In the sample program on the right side, the user is asked to input a number into the number variable. Next, we will enter the control structure. If the value is less than or equal to 20, then it will be checked again whether the value is more than 10 or not. If the condition is true, the program will display the output the number is more than 10. Meanwhile, if the value less than or equal to 10, the output value is the number is less than or equal to 10 will be displayed. And then if the value entered is more than 20, then the program will run the else clause outside the if structure before and print the number is more than 20. So this is the example of nested if structure. Okay, we have discussed about 4 types of if condition structure. Next, we will discuss the other conditional structure, that is switch case. The switch structure is similar to if-else structure, but written in a different format. Switch case control statement can only be used in condition using equal relation. And the data type for the expression in the switch keyword must be in integer or character. Apart from this data type, C++ does not allow. The general form of conditional structure using switch keyword are shown on the left side. The switch keyword is followed by an expression in integer or character types. Then we will continue with the block of instruction in curly bracket. Switch use case to define the condition. The condition in that case is a constant value. In C++, it allows to more than 16,000 case statements using a switch control structure. However, in practice, it is better to limit the use of cases for efficiency. Each case consists of statement and break. The statement will be executed if the expression matches with the constant value. When C++ reaches the break keyword, it exits the switch instruction block. Break statement will stop the execution of more code and case testing inside the instruction block. When a match has been found and the statement has finished executing, there is no need for further testing. That way, it will save execution time and be more efficient in checking. Moreover, the last one is the default statement. The default statement is used to execute the program if all cases are not met. The compiler will execute this alternative statement if the value that we insert does not match the defined constant value. The sample program on the right side describes the use of a switch case structure. The user is asked to insert a number between 1 and 7 into number variable. If the number is 1, the program will enter case 1, and it means that the statement to print the output day 1 is Sunday will be executed. Then if the number is 2, the program will enter case 2, and it means that the statement to print day 2 is Monday will be executed. And it will be going until the 7th case. Then, if the number that inserted by user is not a number from 1 to 7, the program will run the default statement to print there is no name of the day that matches the number inserted by the user. Well, we have finished discussing the use of conditional control statement, namely if-else and switch case. We have also seen the sample program in different structures. I think that's enough for our discussion in this video. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.